Hi guys, welcome back to another brain break. So today we are going to go through a brain break that's suitable for all abilities, so 2 exercises that you can put into your day just to have a little rest from whatever you're doing and give your core, back and body some attention. So we're going to start with our first exercise, and we're just going to come to lying down. And the first thing I want you to think about is your setup. So you're going to bring your feet and knees together, then you're going to take your heels out, so you've made like a pizza slice, toes come out to meet them, and then your knees are just naturally in line with your feet and toes. Feet are facing forward, so make sure they're not facing out at any funny angle. Core engaged, so I want you to think about rocking your pelvis, and then you're going to bring your pelvis to a standstill where you get that little gap under your low back, so not where you're arching your back away or flattening your back off, it's kind of in the middle. So we've got a little gap under our lower back, little gap under your neck. Core engaged, so I want you to focus on pulling your belly button towards your spine, pulling your ribs down towards your hips. Arms are coming out to the side. Core engaged, you're going to lift one leg up into our tabletop position. So in tabletop, knees over your hips, shin is parallel with the ceiling. Then you're going to move from your hip and take that foot down to the floor. We're going to double tap the floor and then core engaged, hip moving, bring that leg back up. Then you're going to bring that leg down. Other leg comes up. Knee comes to over your hip, shin is parallel with the ceiling, core engaged. Going to move that leg away, double tap the floor and then come back up. Bring it back to the floor. Other leg, so keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor on and strong. So think about scooping those pelvic floor muscles up as well. Holding in tabletop and then moving from your hip, double tap the floor and then bring that leg back up. Going to do one more on each side like this, core engaged. Double tap the floor and back up. And final one like this. And then we're going to just make it a little bit harder. Double tap back and down. Okay, so you can keep with that if you want to, or we're going to bring both legs into tabletop. Knees are coming to over your hips, shins are parallel with the ceiling, cores engaged, little gap remains under that lower back. And then from here we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move away, double tap, come back up. Move the other side, double tap, come back up. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. Think about moving from your hip. If you want to add in thinking about breathing, I want you to think about exhaling as you move your leg away, inhaling to tap, and then exhaling and bringing your leg back to the middle, inhaling to prepare the next leg, and then exhaling, moving away again. Going to do 3 more on each leg. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor on. About scooping up those pelvic floor muscles. And final one on each side. Make sure as you move one leg away that the other leg doesn't come in closer. Okay, final one. Then from here, bringing your legs back to the floor, and we're going to do another core exercise. So core engaged, check in with your setup. You're going to bring your arms into the air. Going to imagine you've got an elastic band from your hand to your opposite knee. Going to take an inhale in the middle. Then we're going to exhale. Stretch that elastic band out and take your arm and leg out to the side. Hold it where your opposite leg isn't moving out to counterbalance or your hip isn't rolling off the floor. So you're holding it there. Feel those core muscles working, taking an inhale and then exhale. Slowly coming back to the middle, holding in the middle for an inhale. Exhale. Slowly moving out to the side, holding it here for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly back to the middle, holding in the middle for an inhale, and exhale, out to the other side. Think belly button to spine, core engaged, holding it here for an inhale, and exhale, slowly back to the middle, hold in the middle for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly moving that arm and leg out, holding it where you can. Then as you bring it back in, really think about resisting that elastic band. Don't let it ping you back to the middle. Holding at the side, think belly button to spine. Don't let your back arch, yeah, that's it, and belly dome. Thought I got ahead of myself word-wise then. Holding at the side, core engaged, hips stay stuck to the floor. Imagine they're glued to the floor. Final 2 to each side. Holding there for an inhale, and exhale, slowly back to the middle. Final time, exhale, move away, hold for an inhale, and then exhale, slowly back to the middle. Super. From here, we're going to just develop this a little bit more. Now, if you want to, you can stick at this version, or you can now bring your legs up. So your knees are over your hips, shins are parallel with the ceiling. You're coming into tabletop. Core engaged. This one's a little bit more tough. So we're going to take an inhale. Exhale. Opposite arm and leg move away. Check in with that opposite knee. Make sure it hasn't moved to compensate. Hold for an inhale. Exhale. Slowly back to the middle. Hold in the middle for an inhale. And exhale. Slowly moving away. Hold for an inhale. And exhale. Back to the middle. Hold in the middle for an inhale, and then exhale. Slowly moving away. Keep thinking belly button to spine, core engaged. Opposite leg stay still, hips are still glued to the floor. We're going to do 3 more to each side, holding it here for an inhale, and then exhale. Slowly back to the center. Final 2 to each side, holding it there, resisting that elastic band as it wants to ping you back to the middle. Just check in with your shins as well for me. Make sure that your shins are staying parallel with the ceiling and you're not dropping your feet. Final 1 to each side, core engaged. We're nearly there. Hold it, and then slowly back to the middle, and the other side, moving away. Hold it, and then slowly back to the middle. Then from here, you're going to bring your knees in and just give that back a little rock. And then bring your feet back to the floor. Final little stretch. Core engaged, keeping that core engaged. You're going to bring your arms up into the air, and then one arm at a time, you're just going to stretch your fingers towards the ceiling. Bring your shoulder blade off the floor, and then slowly replace it. So push to the ceiling, and then pull it back. Push to the ceiling, core engaged, pull it back. If you want to, you can bring your legs into tabletop to make it a little bit more tricky, but you don't have to. You're thinking belly button to spine, core engaged, pelvic floor on and strong, reaching through that arm and then replacing it to the floor. Reach and replace. One more time on each side. Reach and replace. Final time. Reach and replace. Bringing those feet back to the floor and finding your way back to sitting. Thank you for joining me for today's brain break. I'm going to add in one tomorrow as well, because I know we missed last week and I don't want you to feel like you missed out. So brain break tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I hope to see you then. Take care and check out my YouTube channel for more videos that you can do from wherever you are, whenever you like. Bye for now.